The discussion for today, I wanted to speak on cryptocurrency, is as of now, as we are in 2024, do we believe cryptocurrency is successful? Now, of course, it depends on what you determine success is. If you are thinking that success for cryptocurrency in this stage right now is the awareness of it, increasing awareness from where it was, in the past 5, 10 years, you can say, yeah, it's been very successful. And, then you can make another, point where you're trying to get cryptocurrency to. Now, if you're looking at cryptocurrency as what it was meant to do, is it successful? Some people might say no, it hasn't reached that endpoint of the use case that everybody wanted, which was to be free from the government, for individuals to be able to control their finances in a much better way, and to be not held down by taxes and government control. Has it gotten to that point? No. Will it get to that point? We still have time to figure that out. Right now, it doesn't look like cryptocurrency is actually going that route. I discussed that in a separate video. You can watch that later. But it doesn't look like cryptocurrency is going to go the route of no government interaction or influence. It looks like the government pretty much has to get into it for it to succeed as much as people would want it to succeed. But right now, we're just going to talk about, is cryptocurrency successful as of now? Now, of course, if you want to rate it, as I said in the, earlier, of people knowing more about it, you can check that box off. You think cryptocurrency is successful. Now, if you want to rate it in the sense of, is it being used for what it's made for? I would have to say not right now. It has not succeeded in that realm. I know a bunch of people might say there are some companies that are receiving crypto or Bitcoin or cryptocurrency as a payments form. Tesla's mentioned it a while back that they would be receiving Bitcoin for payments, and then of course later on canceled that mention because the value of cryptocurrency was going up and down all over the place. It's not exactly a stable currency as of yet. So the value, it was, it could be $60,000 per Bitcoin one day and then, 55 the next day. Now, of course, when we talk about cryptocurrencies, there are more than, I think, 3,000 plus cryptocurrencies, but every time everybody focuses on Bitcoin. So when you look at the whole gambit of it, has cryptocurrency actually succeeded as a use case for value of currency? You could say no, and you could say yes. You could say no because not a lot of companies actually accept any form of cryptocurrency, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, whichever one you want to use. A lot of them do not accept it as a form of payment, especially if they are not in the crypto world, as in if they're not a cryptocurrency based company, so to speak. So the use case for it for payments, it's not there yet. We have not reached there because you would have to actually sell your cryptocurrency to one of the companies like, Binance, or sell it through there to somebody else for dollars to be able to use whatever you received to buy whatever you want. So as far as the use case now, it's not there. Can it be used for purchasing things? Not right now. You can say you can. Yeah, you can try to get one or two people, but as a general case, no, you can't. It's not there yet. Just whether it will get there, I don't know. The trajectory it's following, cryptocurrency as a whole, I don't really see it getting there, to be honest with you. There are a lot of different factors they would have to address for it to actually make sense for it to be used as currency. But the only one people are focusing on right now is Bitcoin, mainly because, of course, it was the first one that, had the whole direction of trying to push as a currency to separate itself from any government currency or country's currency. But if you're looking at cryptocurrency as a whole, there are you're only talking about one compared to three, four, five. I don't even know how many there are right now. Currencies that people are creating whenever they want to. People can just wake up in the morning, create a currency, voila, you have a new currency. So there's no regulation on how to create a currency. There's no regulation on who you have to report to monitor currency. It's still like the wild, wild west. Everybody's feeling like cryptocurrency is getting bigger, mainly because people are putting value into Bitcoin, even though there is no, so to speak, backing. Literally, Bitcoin is a faith-based currency. It's faith-based. Now, some people might say, well, every single country's currency is faith-based. Not necessarily. I say that because if you look at a country, let's pick a different country from America. Let's say Canada. Let's use Canada, for instance. If you look at Canada and you look at their currency, so you have a government agency that is representing the people in the country. So the government who is representing the people are stating that this currency that we've created, we are backing it with the people that live in the country. Indirectly, they're not saying it directly, but indirectly, that's what it means. We guarantee that this currency is viable, and we accept it as a community, where there is however many million people are there. We accept it, and if you have this currency, we will accept it and do trade with you with this currency. Now, when it comes to cryptocurrency, the amount of people for each individual currency, now let's push aside Bitcoin for a second. For each individual currency, the amount of people that are backing that currency is very hard to determine. It is very hard to determine. It's almost just mouth service you have to use to calculate who actually values this currency. It's almost a faith-based thing. So if you pick a currency that, let's say, has a supposed value of $30, $300, but it's not one of the well-known named currencies, are you confident enough that that value is valid? There's almost no way to know other than, of course, the transactions. Now, of course, people will say, well, something is only as valuable as what another person is willing to pay for it. That is very true. But then what if the person changed their mind the next day? Now, the thing with country currencies is you can see where the trajectory or why certain things change. They might give you a reason of, the GDP is falling, they can't pay their debt, all these economic or macro or microeconomic issues that might occur. There's a flow to it. Cryptocurrency is literally like faith-based. If people just decide, you know what, I don't like that management of that company, let's just get out. It's really faith. There's no reason. They don't get any financial reports. They don't get any information on why they don't like it, who they don't like it. If one big whale just decides to I don't trust this currency, it's losing its value. So it's very hard to say that there is any kind of backing for cryptocurrencies like currencies that are used for countries. So when a country is creating this currency, even when they change how the currency looks, they are stating, okay, we are no longer trying to use the previous currency. We're changing this currency, whether it's because of more security measures or whatever it is. But there is a backing and there is a trust in a factor in that the currency will be accepted by the country that created it. You've heard some scary stories of cryptocurrencies that are created. Next thing you know, the company just disappears and the currency is out there. Some people have it, some people don't. But even the company that, or the people, not all of them are companies, I guess, but the people that created it lose faith and bail. So it's still, a lot of regulations still have to be put in to kind of make it controlled to give people trust in the currency, in the cryptocurrency. Do I think cryptocurrency has to change? Definitely. It has to change. The mindset has to change of cryptocurrency for it to work. It cannot stay in the same mindset of we want to be separated from the governments. Anybody that thinks that it can still succeed, where we want to stop the government from trying to tax it, we want to be able to use our currency separate from them. We don't want them to control it. We don't want any institution. if you try to do that, it's going to be hard for it to actually increase in value. It is. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying that it wasn't increasing in value before the government actually started jumping in. But to be honest, the real reason why it started increasing in a lot of value was because Wall Street saw that they could make probably a good buck in it. Wall Street would go wherever money is. They don't care whether it's legal or illegal. Sometimes I think that, but they would go wherever they feel that they can make money, where it's not going to land them in jail. So if they see something, heck, if they see that all of a sudden pet mosquitoes were increasing in value, I know that's a very crazy idea that I just threw out there. But if they want to just see that pet mosquitoes, they would start purchasing pet mosquitoes to sell to people to make a buck. That is what capitalist is. That is what capitalist does. Okay, so it's not any, ooh, they believe in it. No, they do not. They don't care whether they believe or not believe in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. What they believe in is in a dollar. What they can hold, what they can buy, what they can spend it on, things like that. That's what Wall Street believes in. So anybody that loves cryptocurrency and, diehard person like that, please don't get confused that you think Wall Street 100% believes in cryptocurrency, thinks is the way of the future. No, it's the way of the future dollar. That's the future currency, future money, as in not in the sense of that's what's going to be used, but in the sense of that's what's going to give them value. Okay, they are just looking to increase their value. Whatever does it, they will do business with it. That's just what it is. Now, for just to end this long conversation, what does the future hold for cryptocurrency? This is going to be something that a lot of people say. I don't know. It's not rocket science. I was going to say that. But no, I don't know. For me, just to be candid and everything, I have very small. When I mean very small, is insignificant. It's not even anything to look at amounts that I put in for cryptocurrency, only because a lot of people that I knew were doing it. So I said, you know what? Let me throw a couple dollars. Let me see what the whole buzz was about. But honestly, I didn't get it. I don't get it. I never really grasped the crypto sense, only because, not because I don't understand how it can be used in the sense and what they were striving for, but there were too many things that needed to be fixed for it to work. That's the reason why I didn't get it. I didn't get why these things still needed to be fixed, but people are still believing in it. Of course, some people see way into the future thinking that, oh man, and that's how investors invest. They see what the possibility could be and put money into it to see what it'll bring in. But for me right now, as I've always said this, it is very easy for countries to just negate cryptocurrency, to be honest with you, if they just create their own. Right now, if you look at how credit cards and bank transactions are done, honestly, it's almost, it's not in the same way, but it's similar to how transactions are done on the web, internet, without using cash. Cash is getting more and more obsolete, only in the first world countries, as everybody wants to call it. But in other countries, it's harder for them to use phones to do transactions. Of course, phones are getting used more and more as time goes by, but that's just now how countries that are less fortunate to have the things other Western countries. Oh, sorry about that. Let me adjust this. Countries are what other countries have. So it is hard to see it now that cryptocurrency is going to replace, the dollar. I can see it helping other countries and supplementing what their currency is if their currency value has dropped so much. But the thing is, there are so many factors that have to be addressed. So because cryptocurrency is not based in a country, the laws for each individual country in the world have to make it for each cryptocurrency. Let me see if I can explain it a little better if that didn't come out right. When a country like America makes the dollar, they have rules and regulations on how it's created, what it's used for, and everything else, right? They have that. But when cryptocurrency was created, because it's not associated with a specific country, each country has to say yes or no to be able to use cryptocurrency in that country, which of course you have more hurdles to cross. if a currency was created by a country, most other countries accept it based on that country. If not, they're indirectly not accepting that country. That's just how it is. If you're saying that, we don't accept the dollar, then you kind of don't accept America. That's similar, almost similar. But of course, you would have to select each cryptocurrency that you do not. I mean, you can see what's this website? Not Binance, but I can't believe I can't remember it. But they select and choose which cryptocurrencies they are going to trade. Let me see if I can find it real quick. So. Let's see. Coinbase. I don't know why I cannot remember that. Coinbase. So, not all cryptocurrencies are traded on Coinbase. Coinbase has to go through an inspection to see which one they feel their customers would want to trade or not want to trade. But that's how it happens. So you would have to do that. For every country would have to have a tick mark, whether they can be bought, whether that cryptocurrency can just go to each country. Hey, I would like you to accept our currency. Here's a couple dollars we would give you, to do that. Probably more bribery will happen. Who knows? But there are so many things that needs to be addressed before that happens. So long story short, I know all of you are like, what the heck was the point? What are you talking about in this video? These videos are just compilations of things that I think need to be addressed before cryptocurrency can be used on a regular basis. And this one was based on, has cryptocurrency been successful as of now? Right now, majority of the side, I would say no. I know you see Bitcoin skyrocketing to the sky. Everybody's like, oh, it's going to reach 100,000, 200,000. Why would it reach that? For what reason? And then even if it reaches 200,000, then the first reason of creating it, where it was to use as a currency to trade, is now as a quote unquote store value. Yes, people say, oh, it's similar to gold. Gold was first used to be traded, and then it was changed to a store value. It was because of reason. It wasn't just changed into that. It was because of reason. Okay. It was because initially it was used as a currency. It got too heavy. There was an easier one that can be converted. How there were rules that were made for the amount of currency you had to resemble the gold currency. That was changed later on and so the cash now does not apply to how much gold you have stored in your country. There are a lot of things that happen. I can see where it's just, making it. But honestly, if this is how things are going to go, I can see a whole different kind of currency being made. I know the only real hard hit benefit difference in cryptocurrency is that the ledger is available for everybody to see. But why? Has anybody asked why that is very important for everybody to see your bank account balance and how you transacted? I'm just asking. Has anybody really asked, why do we want to make sure that a private citizen bank accounts is available to be traced by anybody? We want to know everybody's business. I don't know. Why do we even want that? Why do you want to know I sent this person money and I took money from this person and I sent it to this person? Yeah, I know the names are not linked with the account, but why do you want to know where that is? It's just a thought. I don't know what the whole buzz was about that, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think cryptocurrency has succeeded yet. I think it still has a ways to go, and whether it'll get there, it might not. Haven't the slightest clue, but it still has a lot to do. And yeah, thanks for watching. I have a bunch of other videos talking about cryptocurrency and the things that I think needs to be addressed before it actually moves forward to the next stage. But hey, that does not stop you from buying, selling, doing whatever you want to do to try and make money in that crypto space. So don't come to me and say, because of you, I didn't invest and I could have made X dollar. Do what you want to do. I'm just telling you, be careful. These things might need to be addressed for it to be a successful thing. It might not even need to be successful for you to make money. There are tons of people that have made money with things that are not successful. Just saying. But all I'm saying is be careful with cryptocurrency, be careful with crypto space. And the real gem is actually blockchain. But that's for another topic. Thanks for joining me. Hit subscribe if you like these videos and you want to hear more. Leave comments down below and have a great day. Bye.